Here, it was watching queer people fight to find somewhere to celebrate.
We're your hosts, Zach from Southern California.
And Helena from North Carolina. This year, we're taking you on an audio road trip. Welcome back to On Our Minds Road Trip. Today, we're bringing you a story from Missouri.
Let's see what the student producer wrote in. Hey guys, this is Maggie, coming to you from the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri, aka Como. A town or state may have a political label or stereotype, but the people who live there are complex and diverse. Politics don't define a community. How do you separate a community from larger political narratives? Maggie.
I live in a pretty red state. Well, it's stereotyped as a red state. And one thing I've learned living there is you have to separate the belief from the believer. Not everyone who believes in a certain political thing is like a bad person. At the end of the day, we're all people and we're all just trying to make it through. And one thing we have to realize is we can find common ground like anywhere.
I don't really know much about politics, but I do know a lot about sports. And the Boston Celtics, Los Angeles Lakers rivalry, I think, would be a good... You don't know... I guess you don't like...
Yeah, I love the Boston Squirrels. Personally, that's my team in the rivalry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my team with LeBron Curry and everybody. Yeah. Really tapped into sports, you know?
Yeah. Whatever team you like, if you like the Boston Squirrels or the Lakers, there is common ground in the ball, in the court, literal ground in the court. And I think there's a lot of passion that goes into fandom and, like... It's a lot of kind of mutual hate for each other's teams in a way. It's beautiful.
But it brings you together and gives you a sense of community and camaraderie. Like, oh yeah, we both hate each other. Like, that's just something to bond over.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, I think we can wrap this up. Let's get to our story, guys.
Please make some noise for my favorite SSRI and yours, Alexxa Pro!
Alexxa Pro is a college student by day and drag queen by night who helped me understand the drag community here in my college town of Columbia, Missouri. I moved to Mizzou, aka the University of Missouri, for school, and coming from suburban Chicago, I was surprised to see such a welcoming environment.
I feel like if you're moving to Mizzou, going to the middle of Missouri, you're not anticipating like, oh baby, it's gonna be Pride Central. They're gonna have rainbows everywhere. I was hoping there would be, but I was by no means expecting it. I'm just really grateful that I get to be welcomed with open arms by the incredible queens that are here, and I get to also make my mark and get to change it, hopefully for the better, the drag scene in Missouri.
Despite Missouri's reputation as a conservative state, the city of Columbia is welcoming to queer folks. The drag community is a big part of that.
I found drag as something to cheer me up. It just really makes me laugh. This really just brought me a lot of joy. All the things I'm interested in and like the things I think I'm kind of good at, they're all to do with drag. Like I like styling and I like telling jokes and I like wearing big crazy outfits and I like doing hair, but like there's not a job for that. You can't go, can I be a crazy gay person and be like, get a 401k.
I've heard of RuPaul's Drag Race, but there's more to drag than just how it's presented on mainstream TV. The vast majority of drag queens are never on TV, but rather performing in their communities. Although Columbia is more queer-friendly than the rest of the region, the town has had its ups and downs with the closures of many queer spaces. Alexxa says that drag shows can bring some of that queer joy and acceptance back.
We do have a queer safe space, but it is a 21 plus place. So like any queer person coming to their college are probably thinking, I want to go where people who are queer can be seen and can be safe. And we don't really have that for young individuals in Columbia. And it's just fitting myself to serve people in a way that's like bringing out this queer joy. That's what I just feel is the most important thing. And I feel like that's what drag is doing in Columbia. It's giving people who have been ripped of these opportunities a place to say like, hey, we're still here and we're not going anywhere and we're gonna get back what was ours. Like, we're not leaving.
Thank you all so much for showing me so much love. Did we like the performance? Yeah! Any Donna Summer fans in the house? Yeah!
Artemis Gray is another young drag queen living in Columbia. She says that Columbia has a special tenacity to keep the drag community here alive.
When I first moved to Columbia, I had just heard that the main nightclub that was hosting shows had shut down. And so there were two groups in town doing their darndest to produce quality entertainment in any locations that we could find. and I saw so much grit and tenacity for something bigger than themselves that I admired and I hadn't seen anywhere else. In bigger cities, there's so much more established content to consume. Here, it was watching queer people fight to find somewhere to celebrate, and that was so powerful.
Here at Dining in the Alley, I really enjoy the unique opportunity we have to blend some things that I really love. The ancient art of dinner theater, and my favorite cross-dressing game, drag!
These queens don't only perform in Columbia, they try to bring queer joy, as they call it, to rural towns across mid-Missouri.
Getting the opportunity to go to smaller towns that feel like they are some of the darkest corners of our state, and to have our larger-than-life personalities stamp those communities too, it makes us feel like light bearers. We are making even the most invisible person in the room feel like a superstar, and you don't get that everywhere. I think every time somebody puts on the wig and the lash, they feel that presence of what we're really capable of. And at the root of what we do, we are entertainment. We are there to put a smile on your face. We may not be able to change the world, but we can certainly change your day. And if we can change your day, then you can change somebody else's day. And by that, we are changing the world.
After attending a drag show and talking to Artemis and Alexxa, I really got to understand more about the drag community here in Columbia. It's a community of acceptance, self-expression, and joy that anyone can be a part of.
Today's segment was produced by Maggie LeBeau.
Lead producer Becky Wandel produced this episode with editing and mixing by Wyatt Mayes.
Additional production support was provided by Emily Hope Dobkin, Anthony Payne, Rawan Elbaba, and Caroline Frentz. Graphics by Anurag Papolu.
Approval and oversight by editorial director Marie Cusick and executive producer Leah Clapman.
Special thanks to KUT, Jake Perlman, and WETA.
Theme song was composed and performed by Emerson Ornejana Juarez and Jarek Romero Cyprian.
Tune in next week when our road trip takes us to Richmond, Indiana.